Smash Engineering.
Alright, so here I had removed the side plate to just inspect everything. One of the bolts was loose when I bought this motor, and I did buy it used. It's a different setup, but it had the same crankshaft and everything on it, so I knew it would work for what I needed it to do, and the mounting holes for the generator assembly were in the same place, so wasn't too worried about whether or not it would work good or not. But it came with a bottom plate on it. Here I'm checking the oil, just making sure that it does have some. I didn't drain all the oil. I just kind of tipped it and removed that plate to look at everything, make sure the seal was good. The guy didn't know why the bolt was half loose when I bought it from him, so I just wanted to check. He said that he had bought it for like a go-kart project and then realized that the shaft was like a tapered shaft and wouldn't work for him, so I'll remove this plate and then I'll get the housing assembly and we'll figure out how exactly it needs to mount, and we'll go from there. Okay, so here's the plate that bolts to the engine that holds the whole generator housing. As long as the bolt holes line up on this to your engine, whatever engine you're replacing it with, and your shaft length and taper is the same, it should work for you. So I'm going to go ahead and bolt this on and then get to the next piece. Alright, here I'm going to fit the motor onto the frame assembly, because if I add the generator to it, it's going to be way too heavy to move all by myself and with any amount of precision. So also I'm noticing at this point that the muffler on this engine, because the engine is a little bit oriented differently than the original one, the muffler is a little bit high and close to the gas tank, so I may have to in the future change exactly what type of muffler it has on it. Maybe I can swap the one from the old engine over or something like that, but we'll see. Okay, here I'm putting NICs on the shaft like I had mentioned earlier, and I'm going to get the armature. And I'm just going to clean it, make sure that there's no foreign materials on it. And then I'm going to carefully slide it on there, make sure the bolt's clean, get some NICs on it, make sure there's nothing on the threads. And I'm going to go to the good old torque of good and tight. Yep, that's about good. Make sure it spins freely, make sure everything's good. And then I'm going to get the housing and go ahead and assemble that as well. Okay, here I'm noticing that the generator itself is not sitting level because the engine is a little different than the original one. I'm going to have to figure something out about leveling that because it can cause issues with the carburetor. But we'll get to that issue when we come to it. Going to go ahead and finish mounting the housing side, the actual generator side of the generator here, and put these bolts through. They go through like little rubber pucks that kind of dampen the vibration, so very important that we use these, otherwise the thing will jump all over the place. Okay, just about all I got left here to do is hook up the fuel line, which I'll have to actually replace the whole thing and make it like an extension for it because it's clearly not long enough. But other than that, I need to extend that, and then I need to buy a filter housing for it. Need a filter housing cover for the air filter there, and then to get a new air filter. But I did lose the video of it running. However, I did get it to run. I just put like a makeshift fuel tank up against it for the time being, just to make sure the engine ran and to make sure that everything was good with that. But anyway, the project is complete. The only thing I have left to do is either figure out if I'm going to need to level it or get like thicker pucks on one side to make the engine completely level, or if it's even ends up being a problem. But go ahead and smash that subscribe button if you like what you're seeing. I'm sorry that it took so long for part 2 to come out. I was going to try to record the last part again, but I just decided to go ahead and release it. It's not that big of a deal. Just to see it running. I can just take my word for it. It is running. It's good to go. So thanks for watching, and I hope you have a great day.